on the church, what I was going to say was, that was one of the good experiences that I had, and we went through a lot of things. They stepped out on faith, and we had God's love, and we did a lot of praying, and everybody worked together. That's what, it took a lot to do. Well, Gary Harding came to my mom and dad's house and was talking about having a Baptist church in town. And like I said, it started out just a leap of faith to go out and do it. And we had God's love and lots of prayers and working hard together.
At first, when they started, they added a couple of the members, houses they met when they only had maybe a dozen people coming there at first, till we started getting larger and going to the other building downtown.
Well, we started out in Grandma and Grandpa's living room, and then we went from there to Mount Vernon for a while. That site isn't there anymore. It's tore down, just the cemetery's left there. And then we went to the South School for a while. And then we went to the assembly room at the courthouse. And then from there to the storefront, and then from the storefront to the current building. Well, when we were at the storefront, they had a carnival in town. And the Ferris wheel was right up in front of the door of the church. And we were having Bible school, and we had to go in and out under the Ferris wheel to get in and out of the church. And all the kids were like, no, let's go over here and ride this instead of going in here. So that was a challenge.
We was going to have to do something because the building wasn't in great shape downtown. And eventually, of course, it wasn't too many years that they tore it down. Downtown just was temporary until we get something bigger. Emerald Pfeiffer owned the property through there, and they got that lot. It was next to the school, so I think they thought that was a good to have the school right next to the lot there, but there wasn't any houses down through there yet. And I think it gave $24,000 for that lot. So that was what I thought was a good buy at the time for that location. And it was sort of off the edge of town, and the highway or roadway through there was adequate, for traffic, but it wasn't real heavy traffic.
Built in 1 week.
1 week, yeah. Everybody had a certain job, and they knew what their job was, and one would start here, and they would do, and then the next three would come in, and they just kept on going.
I know we had quite a few people, volunteers, to help when we had the construction going.
The kids would come in after school and do a lot of sweeping up. And
Yeah, I made the first altar call. I was in there sweeping, and I hit a mouse nest in the insulation. I got right up on top of the pulpit.
the most enjoyable thing, and I thought was fun out there, is when all those workers came in to have them big dinners, and it took a lot of work at the fairgrounds to prepare their dinners. And the main thing I remember is that they bought brand new garbage cans to make all the iced tea and so serve all these people.
They got their steeple, then they decided to paint it before they put it up, and then when they got it up, the boy Timothy was the only one that could get up in there to put the bolts or leg screws in to hold it in place. And it was a tight fit even for him.
My favorite one was when Zoe was born. She had a lot of surgeries to have done and everything. So they had a, what do you call
Oh, the Bikers for Christ.
that? Like, and all these motorcycle men come in. And our parking lot was really full of all motorcycles.
We had a blessing of the bikes. And one of the guys dressed up like a baby. He came in a diaper with a bottle and everything. And
This
he was
big old-
collecting money in the bottle for it.
Big old biker and baby clothes. It was a real good time in my life.
I remember when the church started, we always said we got drugged to church because they had church, Sunday school, Sunday morning service, and at 6 o'clock we went back and had training union, and then we had the evening service. On Tuesdays was youth, on Wednesday night was prayer meeting, on Thursday was visitation. The other nights we got off, but most of the time was at church. We had Bible school for 2 weeks. We had revivals at least twice a year, and they were 2 weeks. And it just, so much has changed, you know, from the focus being on God and the church, and now we kind of work the church into our lives. It's a big difference.
If there's anything else you want to add?
It's good with me. It's good with me.
Okay.